Hi, this is Christine Thompson, lead agent on the CT team at Baird Warner. Got another day of a wonderful session with Kevin Napoleon with Key Mortgage Services. Kevin, say hello. Welcome.
Hello. Hi, Christine.
Thanks for joining me. I appreciate it. And you out there that's watching this, Kevin has a really interesting topic I asked him to talk about because it came up in our office and I thought, that's very interesting. So Kevin, I'm going to let you introduce the topic and talk about this, and I'll ask questions that I think my buyer watching here might have.
Sure. Perfect. Sounds good. So the topic that Christine is talking about is the down payment assistance program through IHDA, which is the Illinois Housing Development Authority. It's a widely used program for people either that traditionally don't have a whole lot of money for a down payment. They could leverage this program to get anywhere between $6,000 to $10,000 towards, I guess, kind of bridging the gap from renting to buying a house. So a little bit of seed money to get in. But the big thing is lately, the interest rates on these programs have been lower than the standard market rate. So this has been a big talking point in our just real estate community, because with interest rates going up the way that they have, a lot of consumers want to know if there's options to reduce the interest that they're going to pay on the loan. So the down payment assistance programs were usually kind of geared towards your typical first-time home buyer or someone with not a lot of savings. But now, especially because there's been some recent changes that I'll go over, a lot of buyers that qualify for these are taking advantage of them because they can get anywhere between 0.5% to a full percent lower on their finance rate.
That's big. That's a lot of savings, long-term loan, right?
Yeah, it's fantastic. And this program didn't really work for everybody because there are some restrictions to it. So there's income caps. There's also a purchase price cap. So the income cap and price cap have just recently gone up as of last week. So now the maximum income you can have for qualifying is limited. And we're talking about just the Chicagoland area. You know, if you're in central Illinois, there's different county restrictions there. But we're talking primarily the markets that we work in. You're at about $132,000 of income. That's a lot of income
pretty good.
So that could, a lot of people will fall into that category.
And that's that's collective household income of anyone that's applying for the loan.
That's of people that are on the loan application, correct? So if you have two individuals that are on the loan application and you exceed that income level, you could just take somebody off. So if it qualifies under one name, so let's say you have a husband and wife that each make $100,000 a year, but you only need one of them, we'll take one off, use the other, boom, lower interest rate, lower payment. So we do that all the time.
Right.
But one of the big sticking points was prior to last week, you were capped at a purchase price of about $350,000, which, as you realize, in our market,
tough in the Chicago area.
Not many people are profiling less than $350,000. So they just changed this. They almost doubled it. Now it's $581,000.
Holy smokes! That's definitely more houses to shop.
Yeah, so this is awesome. So a lot more people will fall into this category. The other beautiful part is, as long as you have a credit score of 640 or above, you will meet the requirement, and the interest rates are not sensitive to your credit.
Wow, this is huge. This is like really, really big.
Yeah.
So what does Key Mortgage Services call this program?
So this is the standard program through IDA. So IHDA, there's a variety of different programs that they have. You can get different dollar amounts. But the big thing is the talking point that we go over with the consumers, with some of these programs, you have to pay the money back. Either you pay it monthly with part of your payment, or you pay it back when you sell the property. But as of August 1st, they're coming back with the program that was previously kind of taken away. It's called Opening Doors. You can get $6,000, and it's forgiven after 5 years.
So if you keep the house and own it for 5 years and you keep that mortgage, you're waived that responsibility of paying it back.
It goes away. Yeah, it's fully forgiven, either without selling in 5 years or refinancing in 5 years. If you sell or refinance within that time frame, there's a prorated amount that you'd have to pay back.
Right.
So, but that's pretty good.
If someone's refinancing, it might pay for it.
Yeah. There's really not much of a downside to using this program, especially if you're going to save $200-300 a month on the payment. You do the math. I
Yeah.
mean, you're going to recover that money pretty quick, even if you had to pay it back. I mean, you're going to get that interest rate
Yeah,
for the foreseeable
absolutely.
future. So
Yeah, especially if you're
um,
if you're doing a loan for a house in the 500s, you set up to what, 581?
581 is the maximum price limitation. Yeah,
That's high.
that's a lot. Yeah. So I mean, really, those numbers, I don't even know if they would work, because you might have to show more income to get a $581,000 price. But you
Yeah.
might have someone putting down 200,000 for a down payment that doesn't need down payment assistance, but we would leverage this program strategically to say, hey, we have an option to save you some money here. And
Yeah.
why not? We'll go through pros and cons. There's really not a downside to it if you meet all the requirements.
Right.
So it's pretty much a win-win for consumers, and people in my industry are thrilled because now we have something to go back to a consumer and say, hey, I think I have some good news for you. We've been filling the market with
Yeah.
bad news for the last year and a
Yeah.
half, but
Right.
now it's
Right.
something that's positive, and it's all while funds last. So it's all funded through the state of Illinois. So it's not a forever program,
Yeah.
but they usually last for a little bit. So it's not like, hey, you have a month. The
Yeah.
IHDA has been around for a really, really long time. The other
Yeah.
thing is, a lot of companies don't offer it. So that's something I like to point out to a lot of consumers. I like to pick on Chase Bank because I used to work there. They do not offer this program. They won't tell you they don't offer it. They might just talk bad about it, saying, no, you don't want that because of this, this, and this. But you can't go
Interesting.
everywhere to utilize these programs. So you
But
have to
if it's
work with
an
select lenders.
but if it's an Illinois program, shouldn't they be required to have to use
No,
it, or they just decide what, as a business decision, what do we want to entertain with our clients,
yeah,
our
there's just not
consumers?
signed up with them. There's different back
Oh,
office requirements, different metrics involved from a lending standpoint, and they just don't want to deal with
yeah.
that. Apparently, I don't know
Wow.
what the reasoning is, but yeah, not everyone works with them.
Well, you know what? You know what I'm thinking? I'm just thinking out loud here, being a big Baird and Warner advocate, and Key Mortgage Services is an affiliated business of Baird and Warner. Steve Baird, the Baird family has always been about help the public, help the
Yeah,
public. And
yeah,
that's why they're embracing this program and they're willing to do it.
yeah. We're one of the biggest IDA lenders in the state. So Key Mortgage, even though we're not a
Yeah.
massive company from a lending
Yeah.
standpoint,
Yeah.
if you talk to our IDA account rep, we're one of the top lenders
Yeah.
that utilize this program.
Right. And that's probably because Steve Baird is like, this is something that
Yeah,
helps people with their housing needs. We should do this.
yeah. I don't know why you
Oh,
wouldn't.
that's, one other reason why I love working at Baird and
Yeah,
Warner. Yeah,
yeah,
it's great.
exactly.
Well, Kevin, this is like really good information. I appreciate your time that you can share this. So you out there that's watching this, if it's not relevant to your needs, but you can think of somebody else that may need to get this type of loan, just call or text me at the number you see on the screen. You can text that code, get a loan, to that phone number, 630-931-0045, or you can just call Kevin directly. Kevin, what's the best way to get in touch with you?
Sure, you can call or email me. My cell phone number is area code 630-956-2648. And my email address is kevin.napoleon@mykeymortgage.com.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Kevin. I appreciate this. We're going to be posting this video on YouTube, so you can share with lots and lots of people. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's called Living in Naperville. But that doesn't mean we only serve Naperville. We serve the greater Chicagoland area. Thank you for watching. And again, as I said, like this video and share it with everyone. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can catch more of these videos in the future. Thanks so much for watching, and thanks again, Kevin. I appreciate your time.
Thanks, Christine.
All right, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.